properly.
None of the fuck?
Office we don't know about.
Hey.
Oh, hey, Polly.
We're just saying we're actually we came up here because it was too loud downstairs, and we're actually vibing with actual
Yeah, we
feelings,
talking.
my guy.
There's classes. There's poor, mid-class, and high class. We are classified where we're at right now. We're classified as poor, and like that's just like how we're classified. And I hate how there's people who are classified as a certain thing. Like you're classified as poor. You're poor. Oh, you're mid-class. You make a good amount of money. You're high class. Okay, like my mom works hard every day. She makes 17 an hour on one job and 10 an hour on the other. Yet still, because of the bills, we struggle every day. Like legit, it's to a point where groceries count as a bill, and where I'm sometimes not able to get a lot of that grocery bill because the other bills are more necessary. Like they're more of a necessity. Living in a house is gonna obviously be a necessity. You can't be living on the streets and, you know, that be where you're at. Like that obviously you're not gonna have bills and maybe there'll be less of a struggle, but you're not gonna have a fridge, you're not gonna have a place to stay, you're not gonna have a place to sleep. Like that's why the game is such an escape for me. And honestly, why I have to be homeschooled to be honest. But the game's such an escape for me because it makes me feel at home and it makes me feel safe and makes me feel everything's gonna be okay. You're gonna be okay. You can make yourself something on here. I dream to make myself something on somewhere. Like if I could ever blow up one day and make myself something and make myself some like gain a lot of money and gain money, I know 75% of that is going to my mom. And if I even ever get enough money to afford a house, that's the first thing I'm getting, and it's for my mom. Like any type of money I'm gonna get, the first type of money, whether it be $5 or $10 or 10,000, I don't care what money it is, it's gonna be for my mom. I don't care. That was kind of a lot.
How old are you?
I'm 14. Knowing that someone can live for that long, but knowing someone that's so passionate like X can die so quickly at 20 years old. He couldn't pursue the rest of his life. He couldn't have the rest of everything he had. And that's why I cherish life so much. Like, honestly, why are we on this earth? There's a lot of philosophies, there's a lot of faith in certain things.
Yeah.
But if you really think about it, you don't know the reason. You don't know why we're here. You don't know why we're humans. Nobody knows. But while we are here, live life. Live it how you want to. Dream big. Because there's no point in fucking wasting it. Like, I'm not wasting this.
Yeah.
People like to say shit when I'm on the game, right? But like I said, they don't understand of what escape it is for me and what it does for me and how it makes me feel. Because I find the nicest people on here. Like, VrChat or other places.
I just wish I had your mindset when I was your age. Because I went through major fucking depression.
I feel like I cherish my mom even more because I feel like I have to help her.
Yeah.
She has depression and anxiety.
Yeah.
And that's really like hits heavy for me. I'll walk in on her crying and not know what reason. And if you really like cherish your mom, seeing her cry over how you're struggling, she cries because of how much I struggle. She doesn't want to see her 14-year-old child struggle. If you had a 14-year-old child, you wouldn't want to see him struggle. You wouldn't want to have to see him go through so much just because your job or because of where you work or how you're working doesn't get you the most money you want. And money's a really big thing in this earth. Why? I have no idea. But if everything was free, we wouldn't have anything. So it's kind of like a necessity. You know, no matter how much we hate it, we need it. Like, if we were all just happy in this world, it wouldn't be right. Like, I know I didn't maybe put that potentially in the right
No,
it's
words, it's
like if there's one thing, you need the opposite to it. So if you got happy, you're gonna need hate or sad. There's always gonna be hate in this world. Now there are some unnecessary hate from people, and I try to look through that and be like, maybe they're dealing with something. That's just a coping mechanism. No matter how bad that coping mechanism is, I try and see them out. I try and seek out them and Maybe
Yeah.
talk to them and be like, hey, what's going on, man? Like, there's no need to be like that. So what's going
Yeah.
on?
The
And
I guess like I was considered poor, but I still managed to get through it. It's more that
yeah,
like I guess the reason my life went down so fucking hill really quickly was that I didn't have many friends and I was struggling with social anxiety. So and
I was
I
in that
I
situation a little bit.
I I only made two friends like properly during
Yeah,
primary school. Um
yeah.
and they both got taken away from me. Um
Mm.
like uh one of them was murdered last year. Um
Whoa.
and I
I'm sorry for your loss, man.
uh it's long. It's I don't know. It feels like a long time ago anyway. Uh,
I wouldn't say what you call an atheist. That's very
it's
harsh.
I what
But
what you're I guess what you're trying to say
I'm
is
not into religion
you
as
you
at
just
my age.
yeah
Yeah, I don't want to focus on that. I want
yeah
to focus
exactly
on living life and making it the best
that's
life
what
I
I do.
have.
Yeah
And focusing on religion, like where we're gonna go after we die. Why focus on that? Why not
it
just live life and not focus on the
yeah
thing after you die? And personally, I don't believe in God. That's personal things. And my
yeah
mom is the type of person, she believes everybody's a religion. She's the type of person that, you know, not necessarily she's into that religion, but she accepts every religion, every race, every sexuality, everything. Like she doesn't care because personally
yeah
she was bullied back in the day. She's actually writing a book. She's gonna be an author. Like that's her dream, and she's been pursuing it since she was 12.
yeah
She's 40 now. I'm not calling her old, but like that's a long time she's been pursuing her dreams, and I want to be just like that. Like my
yeah
dad, he's a low life. He is such a low life. He doesn't care about his dreams. He just wants to work his 9 to 5 job, barely get living, and probably buy beer and cigarettes. That's all he does. He does.
yeah
That's all. Like he focuses on cigarettes, and he's an asshole to you if he hasn't had cigarettes. It's it's unfortunate that I don't have that father figure, but I will say I've had that father figure in a bunch of other people. I have a godfather, and basically that's like a father figure, but he's not actually your father.
yeah
And he's 20 something, which he's like a friend, but a father at the same time.
yeah
He's like, he's a brother to me at times, and then he's a father to me when it's needed. So
yeah
he's like my discipline of my life. When he's able to give me discipline, he does. And maybe it's a little harsh sometimes, but I know he's doing it for the best of me. He's
yeah
always wanted best for me. This man, he's been there for me through everything. I mean, he was
yeah
there for me more than my dad was. And this man's 23 and hasn't even known me my whole life. Yet he was more there for me than my own dad.
yeah
That kind of says a lot. My dad recently, I've tried to give him so many chances to change. He's still this degenerate
I
asshole that
yeah
doesn't give a shit about his kids. Like
I
my
He's
brother's
he's
done dropped him, and I've personally dropped him too. I'm just nice to him because I don't like to start shit, and I'm just focusing on me.
yeah I
you want the sad truth, man?
Yeah, for real.
He's not gonna change. He's
Oh
been doing
yeah,
it for this long.
I know
He's
that a
not
long
going
time
to.
ago. Yeah,
He's even worse. No.
you know, some people can
Larry.
change, and that was my mindset for some time.
I can't see.
But when you're to a point of you do the same thing over and over, and you repeatedly say, I'm gonna change,
yeah
and never change, it's kind of when you realize
it's a
he's never
lost
gonna
cause.
change. Like
It's
you're
yeah
kind of just stuck with that situation. So, you know,
yeah
uh,